If you want a plan for the future, we can help your dreams come true. A degree that gets you the right job. It's affordable and easy for you. It's Nantucket Community College. Friendly people that know who you are. It's Nantucket Community College. A college so close that can take you so far.
Welcome to Nantucket Changing Lives. My name is Mary Bidwell. I'm the Dean of the Advanced Manufacturing Technology Program at Nantucket Community College. I'm here today to give some information around Manufacturing Month, which is October, and talk to 3 people from our program, a student and 2 employees who work within our program who are graduates also, to tell us a little bit about what we do and the opportunities available to everyone around the state of Connecticut and Western Mass. So today I have Estelle Ramage, a second semester machining student, Mairead Carney from our welding technology and fabrication program, and Jeremy Hernandez from our electromechanical mechatronics program. So first, what we're going to do today is give you a glimpse into 3 of our programs, and we're going to take some time in each of them, show you a little video, and then move on to some more information about our program and ways that we can partner with you and invite you into what we do. So first we're going to talk to Estelle. Again, she's in her second semester in the machine technology program, and she'll be graduating this December with a certificate in machine technology. So Estelle, talk to me a little bit about the program. What is it like to be a student? What do you like about the program?
I think it's a wonderful program, has some wonderful instructors. It gets your feet wet with bench work, CNC programming, some quality control courses, some math obviously, which that's your typical mathematics for shop. You get lab experience working on mills and lathes.
So real hands-on, which is nice.
Right. You get blueprint metrology, machine theory, which that can be a little dry, but you got to get through it, GD&T. It prepares you for what it would be like in a real working environment in the field, it's great. Nice.
So a lot of the classes that you're taking, you end up learning them, and then you go right onto that shop floor and apply what you're learning and make some what kind of projects do you make?
C-clamps, T-slots, NIMS blocks for some. If you're not going into a internship, then you get some
real advanced kind of
projects
to work
it's
on.
Very interesting.
Nice.
Very interesting program.
Very awesome. Okay. So now that you're in the second semester, our students have the opportunity to be a part of an internship with a company. A student would go there 2 days a week. They would follow whatever the company's schedule is like. They're paid internships, which is wonderful for our students. Gives them a little bit of money while they're going to school 3 days a week and then interning 2 days a week. We really take the first semester that a student is with us to make sure that those soft skills are met. Are they there every day? Are they doing what they need to do? Do they come back from their lunch and their breaks on time? Are they doing well in their classes? So that when we send out a student to a company, we know that that student's going to represent us well as is Nantucket in the program, and that they're ready for this type of an opportunity. So Estelle has been that type of student for us, and she's been able to go out on an internship just a couple weeks ago. So Estelle, tell us where you are and what you're doing at your internship.
I'm at Aero Gear. They make gears and gearboxes. And I started off working on some CNC lathes and stuff, shadowing, and I'll get an opportunity to actually run some of the jobs and stuff, which is really cool. And this week I'll get a chance to shadow with the mill, a CNC mill. So again, I'm going to get my feet wet in all the different avenues of all the machines they have, an introduction and whatnot, and then I'll get a chance to see where I want to go based on what I'm learning and stuff. So I'm applying the skills I've already currently learned and putting them to better use.
Nice. That's awesome. That's a great opportunity, and one that many of our students get the opportunity to do, which is wonderful. We have so many great partners in our programs, in all three of our programs, and having that opportunity for our students to, while they're still doing their education, have the opportunity to go out and do that internship 2 days a week, and like Estelle said, apply those skills that they're learning is just a wonderful opportunity. Another exciting thing for Estelle is that she's been awarded the National Science Foundation Advanced Technological Education Student Award. So they've only chosen 60 students around the whole country, and Estelle is one of those individuals who will be going to Washington, D.C. In October to receive that award. So congratulations on behalf of all of us at Isnuntuck, and we're really proud of you and the accomplishment, and we can't wait to hear all about the conference.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really exciting. I'm going to get a chance to meet a lot of interesting people and see a lot of neat things.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Awesome.
That's great. Well, congrats. So now we're going to take a couple minutes and look at a video of the machine technology program and where Estelle studies every day when she's with us, Monday through Friday. It's kind of work readiness program, Monday through Friday, 8 to 3:30. She's with us, and this is where Estelle does her studies. So let's take a look. Well, now that you've had a chance to see what our advanced manufacturing machine technology program looks like, Estelle, what would you tell people who are interested in the machine technology program?
I would tell them if they really have an interest or desire for the career, or if they have any interest at all, to definitely seek it out. It's well worth it. The jobs out there, they pay you well for what you're doing and stuff, and there's a lot of people that are retiring, so the market is opening up. And
so true.
There's never a dull moment, really. There's so many opportunities that you can venture, that you find what you like, and you can continue to expand your education to do what you want to do and make the kind of figures you want to make.
Absolutely. And so that is true. Many of the companies that we partner with do pay for education, tuition reimbursement after working with the company for 6 months. So Estelle, where do you see your future going after earning your certificate?
I'm not sure exactly where I want to lay my bed at yet. I have a couple of interests, one being programming and then the other being more in the engineering aspect of things. So depending on how the internship goes and how I get my feet wet with the different machines, and I do find programming rather interesting and stuff too, so we'll see.
That's great. And we have what's called a College of Technology program, where our programs are vetted through that, which means that there are pathways to the 4-year university. So a student who earns their certificate could then go on to earn their associate's degree at the community college, and then from there transfer on to Central, or many partners that we have, University of Hartford, University of Bridgeport, Sacred Heart, University of New Haven, UConn. So there's a lot of pathways onto those different engineering programs, be a tech ed teacher, be industrial management. So there's a lot of pathways. So, and again, those employers are paying for that continued education. So that student debt that so many students have been, dealing with lately, our students who graduate have these great pathways and great company partnerships that really help students get that higher education. So thank you, Estelle, so much. That was very helpful and informative. next we have Mairead. She's a graduate of our program, and we hired her to be an instructor over the past year. And so, Mairead, you have a kind of twofold. You have what it was like to be a student in the program, but also now with all the things that are happening. Tell me what it would be like for someone to, what do you expect when you earn a certificate or degree in welding, and what can a student do with that degree?
Well, there are so many different avenues, which was one of my favorite things going through the program, is the variety of skills and information that are given. Let me start by saying how I got into it. I had no prior knowledge of welding whatsoever, had never run a bead before in my life. The only reason I even thought about it was because I like art, and I saw these big metal sculptures, and I thought that would be a really cool thing to get into, but also be able to make money to afford to be an artist. Obviously, I'm not that right now. So a good step that I thought of was to go to a welding and fabrication company, talk to the owner, and ask him if this was an attainable goal for myself. Is it worth it for someone who has no prior experience to even start in welding, and all of those things, if there's even jobs out for a woman in this industry. His answer was that it's definitely a good idea. Women are always needed in manufacturing, and that a good place to start was to go to a school for welding so I could learn how to use tools, how to use machines, and the theory behind everything. So I checked out another school, wasn't very impressed, and then I came to an open house at ACC and decided that it was affordable. The schedule worked well, so I could always work a job after school, and that it was going to give me the right amount of information that I needed to at least know what I'm talking about going to a company and trying to get a job. So the classes are organized in a way where going into it and not being 100% sure what job you want, you find all of these different avenues, whether it's stick welding and you find out you want to be like an iron worker, or you don't really like heights. We have like laser welding. If you want to do really clean TIG welding, there's that avenue as well. If you find that you really like fabricating and building things, then we have fabrication shops all around Connecticut and Mass that are always looking for people. So I would say to anyone thinking about it, even if you don't exactly know what you want to be, if you just want to do art, or if you want to try to figure out something that really gets you interested in your job, this is a good place to start, because you not only get to learn hands-on in stick welding, MIG welding, TIG welding, and flux core, but you also get like laser welding, working on a water jet or a plasma cutter, and those sorts of things.
That's true. I even think about a graduate who came to us who wanted to build sets for theater and graduated from our program, which was kind of a very unique, different thing too. Arts are so true that, you know, we have so many students who are a part of the arts. We've even have art classes at times. We've done this before where they come in and do welding just to learn what art is all about in a different modality, which is really kind of cool. So that's awesome. Another area that Mairead works with us in is our College Connections program. We bus in over 100 students a week from 7 area high schools, Enfield, East Granby, Windsor Lock, Suffield, Hartford, East Hartford, Pathways of East Hartford, Bloomfield. So all of these students come in, are able to take a part of a dual credit program where they earn high school credit along with college credit at the same time. So Mairead has the opportunity of working with students. I think our welding program is probably the most popular. It seems like young people really love to be around the fire of welding, as they say, and what they do and build and make things. So Mairead, talk to us a little bit about College Connections, and what do you hear about the students, from the students about that program?
So College Connections is a great way for people who don't have, like, all of a sudden realize that they really don't like being in a classroom and they don't want a job where they have to sit all day. And maybe it's because their way of learning is more geared towards hands-on, like the same way that I am. So this way, either it's a Monday through Friday, 1 hour a day, or it's on Fridays where I believe it's about 5 hours, where they get the hands-on welding, mainly in stick welding, but hopefully we have enough time to do the other ones. And then also the theory behind it. So it's great for those students to get a credit in their actual high school that helps them graduate, and then also they get a college credit towards this if they choose to pursue it. So it's a good way for them to kind of figure out if they like what they're doing. We've had a lot of returning students, and also in the second year, it gets a little more fun because we get to do more fabrication. So they learn how to weld the first semester, and then if they come back, if they survive the flames, then they come back and they get to actually build stuff and learn how to do a little blueprinting, and also have an intro to metal fabrication course.
Yeah, which is great. And it is a 2-year program. They could come during their junior and senior year. They earn 12 to 13 credits over the course of that 2 years that then would feed into the welding technology, the machine technology, or the electromechanical electronics technology certificate. So it's a really great win-win for students to get some of that college classes happening in high school and then come on and once they graduate and finish those programs. So that's wonderful. So now we're going to take a moment and watch a little bit of our welding program video to see where a student would study at Asnuntuck if they were taking the welding technology program. So Mairead, what would you tell people who were interested in taking the welding program?
I would say that you're going to learn so much about working in the field. Even if you don't know where you want to end up, like I said before, it's a great way to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
You can find your strengths and your weaknesses and kind of gear yourself towards a career in welding that's going to match what you want to do. You don't have to wake up every day annoyed to go to work if you love what you do, which is
True.
super important.
So important.
In our course, if you want to get the certificate, you take blueprinting, metallurgy, which is the study of metal, metrology, which is just learning how to use all the different measuring tools, SolidWorks, which is kind of like a CAD program for more computer-oriented people. Now we have the welding automation and other processes, so the laser welders, the laser cutter, all of those machines. We have the theory, once again, behind it, manufacturing math. We also offer welding codes and certifications, which is super important. It teaches you about AWS, American Welding Society, and also the way that companies use these basically like rules on how to create a weld that can be tested and you'll be sure that you're doing it correctly. We also offer career awareness, which is super important. They help you build up your resume and gear you towards the job that you eventually want to be in.
That's awesome. And you said something about American Welding Certified and I think an OSHA as well. So a little bit about what students are offered in the welding program around those areas.
Yep, so safety is one of the most important things, especially in a welding shop. And you'll hear that everywhere where people will be calling out OSHA violations everywhere. So in our program, we offer OSHA 10 for construction and general industries. You just have to pay what it takes to get the card, and
$8.
That's it. Yep, $8.
That's it.
And as long as you can stay awake through it, then you get your card. Also, we have a senior CWI and a CWI on staff. That's a certified welding inspector. And they are able to certify you second semester once you decide the avenue that you want to go. So for people that are interested in like aerospace and stuff like that, they would be more geared towards TIG welding. So we can go through the codes class and figure out what certifications they want to work on second semester.
That's awesome. And we really are one of the only schools that have two people now on staff. We had one for a while, and now we just sent an instructor for that certification. So students leave with that ability to show an employer that they can be certified in a welding process along with earning their certificate, which is really a win-win. It tells an employer a lot about the level of skill that a student from our program graduates with. So again, that's awesome. So thank you, Marie. That was very informative. And now Jeremy. Jeremy's going to tell us, he is a graduate of the program hired this year in our electromechanical maintenance mechatronics. So first off, what is electromechanical
What is this
mechatronics?
crazy
What
word,
is this
mechatronics?
word? What is it?
So it's a word that we use to describe all the different systems that exist in a modern factory. A modern factory is a little bit like a Lego system that has all these different pieces that have to click together in order to produce some kind of product at the end. So our program is designed to train technicians in the maintenance of the big factory system. And so they have to have a comprehensive understanding of all the different components that exist in the system. So the power systems from hydraulic and pneumatic and electric motor systems that power the factory, to the different types of control systems that we use to be able to manipulate that power to do the things that we want, all of the sensing systems, all of the programming that goes into those systems to make everything work properly. We play with robots. We do everything that could possibly be in a modern factory we have to know about. And so we also touch upon all the other programs that we have at Isnuntuck. So our program learns some of the skills that the welders know. We learn some of the skills that the CNC programmers know to be able to understand how the whole system works when it's working properly.
Yeah, so important to cross discipline and understand what everyone does so that you can be that person who can
Right.
troubleshoot what's going on. And so we really look to industry, and we hear that, the fact that we try to make our graduates so well-rounded in understanding what they do, and so that's so important. So that's awesome. So what did you like most about the program? Why did you take the program?
Well, I learned about the program actually because of the College Connections program through partnership with Enfield High School. So I, despite the gray in my beard, I have a little bit of experience in the field, but everything that I learned was self-taught. And so I needed some of the fundamental understanding of why the things I knew how to fix were being fixed. And so I came into the program to really bolster my resume and be able to say, okay, I really know what I'm talking about because I understand the fundamental aspects of it. And coming into the program, we have some really knowledgeable instructors who have also lots of experience in the field, who were able to, build that foundation that I was missing. I had a building with no foundation underneath it.
And I don't think you're alone in that. I think that's a great thing. I think there may be other people out there with a similar story to Jeremy that, we are that open door, whether it's a class you need or the whole program, definitely come and check us out. There may be something in your job or career that you're working on, and just that extra little piece of education out there could help you maybe get that little step up or even raise or something like that. So definitely that's great advice and a great way to do that. And we thank you for coming to our program, the program, and taking it. So now that you're working in the program, you also deal with College Connections, and you mostly have, I believe, students from Enfield High School.
Yes, exactly.
So they were looking at what program, what are you studying with them?
So right now we're working on robotics. I've shown them some of the features of robots, how they work in a factory environment, the types of things that they do. The components that they have on them, how they sense their environment, and how we program them. And currently, we just started today, actually, they're building their own robot arm that we're going to program and play with and do different cool things. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So now we're going to take a moment to watch the electromechanical program and see all that there is to do there within that department.
Electronics Lab. It is a system that is designed to simulate a manufacturing environment.
What would you, Jeremy, after watching that video, what would you like someone to know about the program if they're interested in it?
I think this program is really great for people who, when they were 5 years old, were taking apart their toys to see how they worked, you know? And if you like turning a screwdriver to see what the electronics are doing inside, or you like taking things apart to see how they function, this is where you want to be. If you like having a job where you go in and there's a new puzzle every day to try and figure out, a new challenge
So true.
to face, this is the place where you want to be. If you like, you know, solving these puzzles and figuring out the logic of how things work,
That's
we're
great.
the place to be.
Very cool. Come take a tour of any of our programs. Definitely. We have an open house on November 12th. So any of the programs, if they've piqued your interest, please come take a tour. November 12th, 5:30 to 7:30. We'll be open. We'll be giving tours. But if that date doesn't work, we're there every day, Monday through Friday, 8 to 3:30. Give a call to us. Are on the website. You can look up manufacturing, our contacts there. But it is 860-253-3189. A company listening, if anything's piqued your interest around any training, that would also be great. And then in terms of Manufacturing Month, we do have a website's going to come up that shows you Manufacturing Day, that we there's companies around the state of Connecticut and probably Massachusetts, around the country, if you're somewhere, that they open their doors on this Friday, October 4th, and other days throughout October, and you're able to go and tour and see what these companies have to offer. So again, that's manufacturingday.com. And then one other event is the ACM, Aerospace Components Manufacturing Company. They also have a big trade show on November 20th at the Connecticut Convention Center. Again, you can look up their website, and that's a real neat one if you want to see every manufacturer under the sun. Hundreds or thousands of high school students come in that day and tour around and can ask questions around manufacturing. So there's such a need for manufacturing and employees and careers available, like all of us have said today. And so if you have all of an interest of what could happen or what opportunities available, please reach out, call us, come take a tour, ask questions. We'd all love to speak with you and have you come out and see what we do. So thank you for taking the time with us this evening to learn about what we do. Thank you to Jeremy, Mairead, and Estelle for being with me tonight. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to do that. And again, thank you everyone for watching Changing Lives.
If you want to plan for the future, we can help your dreams come true. A degree that gets you the right job. It's affordable and easy for you. It's Nantucket Community College. Friendly people that know who you are. It's Nantucket Community College. A college so close that can take you so far.